And I just thought I'd jump on quickly and talk about the Jordan Poyer contract renegotiation. So this is not a contract extension. I want to be real clear about that. But before we get going, I want to make sure that I tell you about the Hashtag Sports Golf Tournament happening the day before the home opener. That's right, that's Sunday at noon, Diamond Hawk Golf Course. You can click the video description and there will be the link to register. We're giving away all sorts of cool prizes. We've got like a Shane Falco jersey, an Al Bundy Polk High jersey, a bunch of Allen jerseys that are all really cool and unique. So you don't want to miss the tournament. That is this Sunday at Diamond Hawk Golf Course. But we want to talk about Jordan Poyer's contract renegotiation. And this is where Brandon Beane is so fun because you don't see GMs really do this, although this is 100% a great venue or avenue to fix a contract situation. So what is happening is they're not renegotiating his base salary. They're not renegotiating, a signing bonus for him. All this really is a movement to something called an incentive or an unlikely to be earned incentive. So this is where this gets a little confusing. First off, hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, Matt, what's up? Hey, Ricky. So here's the deal. When you are talking about the salary cap and what it means for like incentives, there's something called an unlikely to be earned incentive, and there's something called a likely to be earned incentive. So I'll give you an example, right? Let's say Von Miller last year had 10 sacks, and in his contract, he gets $1 million once he gets 10 sacks. Well, he had 10 sacks last year, which means that if in his contract for this year, they count that $1 million like it's going to count against the salary cap. It's likely to be earned because it's what he did last year. So what they're doing is they're taking $500,000 in Poyer's incentives, and they're increasing it. So instead of him only getting $500,000, they are going to transition that to $2 million. Now, that doesn't count against this year's salary cap. So that means these are unlikely to be earned incentives. And this could be anything, right? It could be an incentive on interceptions. It could be an interception on forced fumbles. It could be literally anything. A Pro Bowl. It could be absolutely anything. And it is something that he didn't get last year. So whatever stat, whatever metric they're measuring it by, it means he did not earn this last year, which makes me think it's, you'll probably see something like there's a Pro Bowl bonus, right? You'll probably see an interception bonus. And based off the interception from last night, I mean, wouldn't you bet on yourself if you were Jordan Poyer? But again, the reason this is great is because one, this does not impact his 2022 salary cap number. Two, it gives him the opportunity to earn more money and does not add years onto his deal. Now, even his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, said this was a great goodwill gesture, and this is something that more NFL teams should offer. A player that you are trying to extend, renegotiate his contract. Now, here's the problem. Jordan Poyer hits any of those incentives. It doesn't hurt this year's salary cap. It just adds to 2023's salary cap number. Probably not a big deal, right? If you're really concerned about it, you're not really worried about that. And yeah, Spence says, I'd rather money come from the 2022 salary cap than 2023. Hey, listen, I get it, but you're talking about a player who wants a contract extension, and this is going to buy you a little bit of time. It settles the locker room a little bit. If there's some strife in the locker room, don't know, but contracts, this is what happens with this kind of stuff. But it's brilliant in the fact that, hey, we're going to give you money based on what you do and how you earn it. These are stats that you did not hit last year, but if you do hit them, then you'll earn more money, and that'll just be counted against next year's salary cap. So really great trigger. This is something most GMs don't do. There should be more of this in the NFL because this gives the player the opportunity to earn the money that they feel they're due. And Poyer's in a contract year, right? This is a contract year for him. So go ahead, get that stuff done. And again, Jessica brings up a great point. The 2023 salary cap is going to go up. Last year, it went up exponentially. Actually put a cap on how much it increased. It could have gone up even more. So we've seen large increases in the salary cap. So again, you're going to add up $1.5-2 million to salary cap for 2023. That's fine, right? If it makes the contract extension part of this easier, you're not giving Poyer top 3 safety money because you're giving him the opportunity to earn some money in incentives. This buys you a little bit of favor if you're a general manager. So listen, I'm all about this, right? I'm all about this. My concern with Poyer was that he was going to want top money, and not only would he want top money, but he would want top money for multiple years down the road. And that's where you start seeing teams trying to keep the band together, and they kneecap their franchise with contracts that just don't make a ton of sense. And signing Poyer to anything more than 2 more years probably doesn't make a ton of sense. This bypasses that. And that's why I think it's such a great deal. Again, these are all unlikely to be earned incentives because it hasn't been announced that it's a salary cap hit for this year. If they had added an incentive or increased an incentive that was something he had hit last year, then his salary cap number would increase. I agree. Steven brings up Poyer always makes sense. And this makes sense for Poyer. It's free money at this point, right? You got to earn it. And if you earn it, you're going to be a more desired free agent if he does hit the free agent market, and that's okay if he does, right? I know Bills fans aren't going to want to hear that, but he'll be a free agent at 32. So give him the opportunity to earn some money, give him the opportunity, the incentive to go out there and really try and put a stranglehold on this contract year, and maybe you can work out an extension after you do something like this. Great move by Brandon Beane. This is again why Beane is like one of the top 2 GMs in football. Not only does he have a great staff, I think that gets underplayed. We talk about Beane all the time. He builds a great staff. If you didn't watch our 4 Reasons episode that was released yesterday, you should go back and watch that. We talk about how this staff is one of the best in the NFL, both from a front office and a football perspective. And again, if you're joining us now, make sure you join us for the Hashtag Sports Golf Tournament Sunday, September 18th. Thanks to Mr. Rogers Homes who's sponsoring that event. We're giving away all sorts of really cool stuff. I've got like a Josh Allen Buffalo Braves NBA jersey that's super cool. I was wearing the Outlaws He Hate Me jersey. I don't know if I'm going to give that one away. That might be a keeper. I don't know. We'll see. So again, Brandon Beane makes a phenomenal move extending the incentives of Jordan Poyer to $1.5 million. Very bright move, an increase of $1.5 million. Great move, really smart. Love this move, and this is why, again, Beane remains to be the best GM in football. Love you guys. Paul from Hashtag. Talk to you guys soon. Have a good one. And again, join us for the Hashtag Sports Golf Tournament. Have a good one. Later. I gotta be the old guy because the X is above my camera. Excuse me while I look like an idiot. Let's get out of here. There we go.